That, I think, put a special toll on Jesus. We know from Scripture that Jesus, depending on your belief system, was either the Son of God, as I believe, or you may say that he was the highest of the ascended masters. But he was certainly connected to his higher self, to his paranormal senses. And as a result of that, he was able to foretell the future. And while that is wonderful for Jesus the Master, it put a terrible toll on Jesus the man, because he had all the human emotions, he had all the fears, he had all the tensions that any one of us mortals would have facing the same obstacles. And Jesus, I believe, spent the last week of his life obsessing about his death. That's not a negative thing, that's a human thing. When you know that your days are limited, you have to give some thought to, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? What do I need to get done in the limited time that I have left? And Jesus the man did exactly that. If there's any doubt at all about whether he knew or didn't know all the events that were going to come at him, all we have to do is look at what happened before he went into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday. His disciples went up to him and they said, what are we going to do about Passover? We have to celebrate it somewhere. And he said to them, almost immediately, go into the city, you're going to find a man carrying water. Follow him to where he's going. Ask for the master of the house, and tell the master that we want to spend Passover in his home. They did as they were directed, and everything unveiled exactly as they were told. Now, think about it. What are the odds of walking into a populated city, running into somebody doing a particular task, follow him to where he's going, find that he is in fact a servant, find that his master is very willing to take you in, and he just happens to have an upper room that he's not using that's large enough to hold at least 13 people for dinner. Now, you can look at that another way, too. I was here yesterday at Medium's Day, and I was surrounded by a number of gifted psychics. And I think the odds of doing what Jesus did are just about the same odds as if one of us were to say to the person they were reading, when you leave here, you're going to come to 3 stoplights. When you come to the 3rd, it's going to be red. When it turns green, don't go, because there's going to be an SUV coming down the road with a woman on her cell phone who's not paying any attention, and you're going to get T-boned. Now, these people are good, but we don't even come close to the abilities that Jesus had. So we know for a fact that he knew what was before him. And he had to endure that. He had to go through the week of it. He had to know that when he rode into Jerusalem on the donkey, with people strewing palms in his path and shading him from the sun with palms and cheering, the Messiah's here, that those same people, a few short days later, were going to be saying, give us Barabbas, crucify Jesus. What kind of an emotion